Have you ever pondered the importance of quality control in pharmaceutical laboratories? It's a question that might not cross your mind often, but its answer forms the very backbone of healthcare as we know it. When it comes to pharmaceuticals, quality control is not just about ensuring that a product does what it's supposed to do. It's about guaranteeing that every pill, every capsule, every drop of medicine is safe, effective, and reliable. So where do we turn for guidance on such a crucial matter? The World Health Organization, a global leader in public health, provides a set of guidelines known as Good Practices for Pharmaceutical Quality Control Laboratories. These guidelines are the gold standard for ensuring quality control in the production of herbal drugs, and indeed all pharmaceuticals. So it's clear, quality control in pharmaceutical labs is not just important, it's critical. Let's dive deeper. To truly understand quality control in pharmaceutical labs, we need to start at the beginning. At the heart of pharmaceutical quality control lie three fundamental principles: accurate and reliable testing, meticulous documentation, and steadfast compliance with regulatory standards. Let's start with the first principle: accurate and reliable testing. In the world of pharmaceuticals, there's no room for errors. Every drug, every herbal extract, every capsule that leaves the lab holds the potential to save lives, or if faulty, to cause harm. Therefore, every test conducted must be accurate and reliable, leaving no stone unturned, no possibility unexplored. The methods used for testing need to be scientifically sound and validated, ensuring that the results are consistent across different batches and over time. Next, we move on to the second principle, maintaining proper documentation. Just as a detective keeps a record of every clue, every lead, every suspicion, so too must a pharmaceutical lab maintain a comprehensive record of every test, every result, every observation. Documentation is the backbone of quality control. It not only provides a trail to trace back any issues or discrepancies, but also serves as a testament to the lab's commitment to quality and transparency. Finally, we arrive at the third principle: complying with regulatory standards. In every corner of the globe, pharmaceutical labs operate under the watchful eyes of regulatory bodies that set stringent standards for quality control. These standards aren't just guidelines, they are the law. Non-compliance isn't an option, it's a violation that can lead to severe consequences. Adherence to these standards ensures that the lab's operations are ethical, safe, and of the highest quality. In conclusion, quality control in pharmaceutical labs isn't a one-time activity or a box to be checked. It's an ongoing commitment to accuracy, transparency, and compliance. It's a promise to the public that every product that leaves the lab is safe, effective, and reliable. These basic principles lay the foundation for all good practices in pharmaceutical quality control laboratories. Quality control is not just about procedures, it's about people. Let's dive into the human element of pharmaceutical quality control. Why is it so important to have trained, competent personnel in our labs? Well, the answer is simple yet profound. The quality of pharmaceutical products is directly tied to the competence and dedication of those who work to produce them. Consider this: a lab is only as good as the people operating it. You could have the most advanced equipment and the strictest protocols, but without well-trained personnel, these resources become useless. The individuals working in a lab must understand the procedures and be able to carry them out accurately and consistently. They must be adept at using the equipment, and they must understand the importance of maintaining quality standards. Now let's talk about ongoing training. In the ever-evolving world of pharmaceuticals, staying up to date is not just beneficial, it's essential. As new techniques and technologies emerge, lab personnel need to be trained in their use. They need to understand the latest best practices and how to apply them. Ongoing training ensures that lab staff are always at the forefront of their field, ready to implement the most effective and efficient methods of quality control. And that's where leadership comes in. Strong leadership is the backbone of a high-quality lab. Leaders set the tone for quality, emphasizing its importance and fostering a culture of excellence. They ensure that training is not just a one-off event, but a continuous process. They are responsible for setting and maintaining standards and for ensuring that everyone in the lab understands and adheres to them. So when we talk about quality control in pharmaceutical labs, we're talking about more than just procedures and protocols. We're talking about people, their skills, their training, their commitment to quality. We're talking about leaders who drive excellence and foster a culture of continuous improvement. With the right people and the right training, a lab can ensure the highest quality in pharmaceutical production. And that, my friends, is why the human element is so vital in the world of pharmaceutical quality control. Quality control isn't all about the people, it's also about the tools they use. Let's take a moment to delve into the significance of using the appropriate equipment and materials in pharmaceutical quality control laboratories. Imagine a painter without her brushes, a chef without his knives, a surgeon without her scalpel. Just as these professionals require the right tools to create masterpieces, concoct delectable dishes, or save lives, a pharmaceutical lab requires the right equipment and materials to ensure the production of high-quality, safe, and effective medicines. It's not just about having the tools, but about having the right tools. Now, what does the right equipment and materials mean in a pharmaceutical lab? It refers to tools that meet the standards and specifications set by regulatory bodies, such as the World Health Organization. This could range from high-performance liquid chromatography systems for identifying and quantifying the components of herbal drugs, to precise weighing scales for measuring raw materials, to sterile containers for storing samples. But having the right tools isn't enough. Regular maintenance and calibration of these tools is vital. Think of it like taking your car for a regular service. Just as regular servicing ensures your car performs optimally, regular maintenance and calibration of lab equipment ensure accurate and reliable results. Imagine using a faulty thermometer to measure the temperature of a reaction. This could lead to incorrect readings, which could affect the quality of the final product. This is why it's crucial to regularly maintain and calibrate lab equipment to ensure they're functioning accurately. Moreover, using substandard materials can also compromise the quality of pharmaceutical products. For instance, using impure reagents can contaminate the product, and using incorrect or expired materials can lead to inaccurate results. Hence, it's critical to use high-quality materials that meet established standards. In conclusion, quality equipment and materials, coupled with regular maintenance and calibration, play a fundamental role in the operation of a successful pharmaceutical lab. They're not just tools, they're the backbone of the lab. They ensure the production of safe and effective medicines that can improve and even save lives. Quality equipment and materials, properly maintained, are the backbone of a successful pharmaceutical lab. The pen, they say, is mightier than the sword. In pharmaceutical labs, it's mightier than you'd think. Documentation and record keeping are the unsung heroes of quality control in pharmaceutical laboratories. They are the invisible threads that weave together the fabric of quality assurance, ensuring that every step of the process, from raw material acquisition to final product testing, is traceable, verifiable, and accountable. Picture this. Each batch of a herbal drug goes through a series of tests and checks. But what if we need to trace back a particular batch? How do we know who performed each test, what the results were, or even when the tests were conducted? This is where documentation and record keeping come into play. Think of them as the memory of the laboratory, storing vital information about each step of the process. These records include, but are not limited to, raw data from tests, calibration records for equipment, batch records, training records for personnel, and even maintenance and cleaning schedules for the lab and its apparatus. They serve a dual purpose. On one hand, they ensure that the laboratory's operations are transparent and can be audited at any time. This helps maintain the trust of regulatory bodies, customers, and the public at large. On the other hand, they provide a valuable learning tool. By keeping meticulous records, labs can identify trends, notice anomalies, and improve their processes over time. Moreover, in the unfortunate event of a product recall, comprehensive documentation and record keeping allow for swift and effective action. They enable a laboratory to pinpoint the exact batch, identify the potential cause of the issue, and prevent further distribution of the affected product. In essence, these records are more than just paper trails. They are the guardians of quality. the silent watchdogs that ensure every batch of a herbal drug that leaves the lab meets the high standards that patients and healthcare providers expect and deserve. In pharmaceutical labs, good record keeping isn't just an administrative task, it's a key part of quality control. Quality control in pharmaceutical labs. It's a complex, multifaceted process, isn't it? We've taken a deep dive into the world of herbal drug analysis, exploring the World Health Organization's good practices for pharmaceutical quality control laboratories. We've learned that the basic principles of quality control are the backbone of any lab, ensuring accuracy, reliability, and consistency in results. We've seen the critical role of skilled personnel and ongoing training, the lifeblood that keeps the lab running smoothly and efficiently. We've also understood how essential proper equipment and materials are, the tools of the trade that make accurate analysis possible. And we've underscored the importance of meticulous documentation and record keeping, the safety net that captures every detail and leaves no room for error. Remember, quality control is the heart of every pharmaceutical lab. It's what ensures that every product is safe and effective. So subscribe for more because you won't find me later.